Hi everyone, my name is Linus Morales. I'm a senior Asian Studies major at IUP, and I'm also in the Honors College. And my reason for talking to you today is to try to encourage you to consider taking Chinese language courses at IUP. So, my presentation has two parts, and the first part I'd like to go into debunking the myth of Chinese as a difficult language to study. And the second part, I'm going to go into the study abroad opportunities IUP offers in China. So, I talked to a lot of incoming freshmen at IUP, and there are a lot of students who are they're deciding between two languages to study, either Chinese or some European language like French or Spanish or German. And oftentimes these students will ultimately opt for the European-based language over Chinese, and I ask why. The most common answer I get is, Chinese is too difficult, it's totally inaccessible for me, although I really want to study it, and I think it would be more interesting or more helpful or beneficial for me when I go to apply for jobs. It's just totally impenetrable. I also don't want to swamp myself with work my first semester, at college, so a lot of people are opt out of taking Chinese. I agree with the student in one respect, but I disagree with them in another respect. So where I agree with the student, is that Chinese is a difficult language. There's no getting around the fact that Chinese is very far away, much farther away from English than a language like, say, French or Spanish. French or Spanish, share a lot of cognates with English. The grammar structures are oftentimes much more similar. And at the same time, Chinese has a tonal system. So when you speak, each syllable has to have one of four tones, and if you say the wrong tone, that can mean the difference between saying hello to somebody on the street or accidentally cursing them out. So there are a lot of difficult aspects of learning Chinese. But what I disagree with the student is the notion that Chinese is a difficult language to study. So what I mean by that, almost no students at IUP go into taking Chinese, very confident in their decision. Most students, the first day in class are cursing themselves for forever, deciding to take such difficult language. But a lot of students that I talk to, say after the first semester of taking Chinese with our, Chinese professor, Dr. Leo, a lot of these students say that, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. Maybe it was not, it could have been, it's very much so that it's a difficult language to start with at first. But what makes it easy is our wonderful Chinese professor, Dr. Leo, and her ability to accommodate the curriculum to each and every individual student. She's very cognizant of the fact that Chinese is not an easy language for native English speakers to learn. She's also very much aware that not everyone is at the same ability level when it comes to learning a foreign language. And she's very willing to to slow down her curriculum to help out students who need some extra time. So unlike a lot of college courses you may take, I think taking Chinese will definitely be one where you actually have a lot of say in terms of the curriculum, or how comfortable the pacing is for the curriculum. And Dr. Leo is always very responsive to it. She also spends plenty of time before classes, after classes, and during her office hours to help students who need extra help. So that's the first part. And the second part, I'd like to go a little bit into the study abroad opportunities that IUP offers for students in China. So there are three programs, I believe there are four. The fourth one I forgot, but there are three programs that I'm aware of that we offer in China. The first one is our exchange program in Shanghai Normal University. This is a good program, and this is also for 1 semester or for 2 semesters. It's great for students who are interested in the business aspect of learning Chinese. We also have a program in Nanjing, China, which is where I am right now. This is a great program for students who are more interested in the cultural aspect of China and want to learn, Chinese language, Chinese history, these sorts of things. And the third program is our 2-week summer Sichuan summer program. So this program is in Chengdu, which is in Sichuan province in China. You can sign up for this program when you're at Sichuan University. You take 1 or 2-week mini courses that are taught in English. You're paired with some Chinese students who will show you around the city, share the culture with you, share the local foods and customs. what I love about this program specifically is that it is so affordable. I went on the program myself, and our accommodations, living, food, were all paid for by Sichuan University, and the plane ticket was half of our plane tickets were reimbursed to us. So it is an extremely cheap trip to China for anybody who's interested in sort of going to China and seeing whether or not they do want to actually study here for maybe a semester or even a year. So that's a wonderful program. But that's about it for me. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. My 4 letters are QSFV at iup.edu. So please email me with any questions you have about the Chinese language program. You can also find our Chinese professor, Dr. Liu, for any questions on that. Thank you all, and I'm going to get to a wedding before I'm late here, so and you all have a nice day.